Hello and welcome, fellow Wasteland survivors. I'm Dean, aka Nasty Bones, and I'd like to thank you for stopping in today and checking out Part 3 of Fallout 4 Permadeath Gameplay Challenge. Now, last episode, we got quite a bit done. We found a locket at Satellite Station Olivia that belonged to Mary Abernathy. When I turned the quest from Ten Pines Bluff into Preston Garvey, he then became available to become a follower. So I've taken him on as a follower, and he is here with me now. And we are at Abernathy Farms. We've just turned in the quest for the locket, and I did generate a like from Preston Garvey. Now, pretty much the rest of what we're going to do in this video today is we're going to be working on Preston's affinity. So we've got a lot of places to go and a lot of things to see. And here we find our first magazine of the day, Wasteland Survival Guide. Permanently take 5% less melee damage, or less damage from melee attacks. You can find this magazine located at the Ranger Cabin, which is just to the west of Abernathy Farms. Our next stop is Wicked Shipping Fleet Lockup. Here we can find another Grognag magazine that gives us another 5% critical damage with our melee. This is located at Wicked Shipping Fleet Lockup, which is just a little bit south and west of Abernathy Farms. Now, back when we turned the Ten Pines Bluff quest into Preston, just before we picked him up as a follower, he gave us a second quest. And that was to come here to Sunshine Tidings clear out all the enemies and set up a recruitment beacon. Now we are going to kill all the enemies, but we're not going to set up a recruitment beacon. There is something here that I want to get, but I just don't want to put up a beacon yet. And I'll explain why here in a second. First, let's go ahead and get our Wasteland Survival Guide. It will give us 2 meats from every animal that we kill. Since we are on survival, that will be extremely useful. It is here at Sunshine Tiding Co-op, which is once again located just south of Abernathy Farms. Now, the reason I'm not going to set up a recruitment beacon here is because that would finish the quest for Preston. And if once we completed that, he would just give us another quest to another settlement. So if I don't put this up, he will not prompt me with other quests as I gain his affinity. Now that I've found Grey Garden, I need to look for White. She will give me a quest that will help me align with this settlement. But we're not going to do the quest, we're just going to get it. What this will do is it will generate a second like from Preston. Also, we can find a couple of other robots here, Green and Brown. Green will have shipments of wood and concrete, and we can buy or sell to him if we need to generate some extra caps. Now, Oberlin Station was right there beside where we just got off the railroad tracks, and we can actually go talk to them and get their quest as well. But Preston just liked what I did, and I wanted some time to go by before I did something else that he might like. So, we are at Hangman's Alley, and we are going to clear the raiders out from here.
Open fire!
Once we've killed all the raiders here at Hangman's Alley, we now have access to the workbench. So I'm going to put up a couple of containers and a few resources, because this is going to be probably our main settlement that we're going to be at for a very long time. And I'll just let more time burn up before we head back to Oberlin Station to talk to them and get their quest, which will generate another like from Preston. And actually, I got my first talk from him. So we've got Preston to talk to us one time already. Good Neighbor is our next objective. Even though Diamond City was right there beside us, I want to get to Good Neighbor first. The reason is there's a couple of magazines between here and there. The first one that we can find will be here where the Swan is at. Another Grognag. Critical hits, permanently gain 5% extra damage. And it's located right here in the Boston Commons. And you want to be careful. The Swan is still here. We're only like level 12.
Come on now!
Now that we've made it to Good Neighbor, the first thing that we need to do is see Cleo and try to find a better melee weapon. We are still using the machete. Next, we want to talk to Daisy and ask her for some work. Preston will like that. In the third rail on this toilet, we'll find another magazine, Live and Love. Companions gain 0.5 whatever damage and critical resistance.
I think I read that one.
That's located here in Good Neighbor, in the third rail, on the shitter. The next and most important magazine is located in Hotel Rexford. It is another Live and Love. Permanently gain 5% extra XP while venturing with a companion. And that is located also in Good Neighbor here at Hotel Rexford. This is the whole main reason why we came to Good Neighbor, was strictly because of that magazine. Now I'll repair my power armor and we're back to Hangman's Alley.
I got something.
Okay, we just leveled up off that wild mongrel. So let's go ahead and put a point in. Now I'm not really for sure where I want to put it because everything's not really quite ready for me to put a point into yet. We do have two, but I didn't notice that. And so we're only going to put one in on this particular part of the clip. I think what we'll do is we'll put it into adamantium skeleton. We'll start getting that up because, you know, eventually I do want to run without power armor. So it will be a good stat to go ahead and put that into. Now as we get back to Hangman's Alley, I want to drop everything off that we've collected and get a good night's sleep. I want it to be about 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe even a little earlier. Now everything that we're going to do from here on out will generate likes from Preston, and I'll try to call them out as we do them. Now I did realize that I did have another level up point to put in our perk tree, so I do believe we'll put it into adamantium skeleton, just like we did the last perk. Now, the reason we're leaving so early in the morning is because we have a lot of conversations to get through while we're in Diamond City. The first one starting off with Piper. Now, I'll try to count them off and the times that Preston will like this. You can really generate his affinity very quickly if you do this in a proper order. Entering in is 1, and we get a like from Preston by doing that. The second thing is talk to the bishop. The next one, talk to Piper and the sister. Now go directly to the Barvarov brothers in the bar, talk to them. You'll get a like there as well. Go to Abbott, talk to him. Go to the chem dealer, talk to him, get a like there. The robot in the classroom, talk to her, answer her question correctly, get a like from Preston there as well. Also, if you talk to Ellie and take on the quest to find Nick, you'll get a like there as well from Preston. And here we find another video game for our Pip-Boy. It's located at Nick Valentine's in Diamond City. Once a little bit of time has gone by, you'll be prompted to go see the Barvarov brothers again, and you'll get the quest Confidence Man. Now, if you can do this quick enough, you can actually participate in the fight that night. I didn't. Now, go and talk to Piper. You'll generate a like from Preston there. And I actually get my second conversation from Preston at that point in time. Now, since we can't do the Barvarov brothers right now, I'll go ahead and make a trip to Hardware Town and get the green paint for Abbott. We can actually burn up quite a bit of time doing that. And our first legendary is Rubbish. Ghoul Slayer's Pipe Wrench. Not very good for our first legendary item.
What's taking so long? No, I just... Come on out. I'll make it nice and quick. You can trust me.
And here in this office room, we can find our first crafting magazine, a picket fences. We can now craft high-tech lighting at our settlements. It's located here at Hardware Town, where we get the green paint for Abbott. It's just kind of a little bit southwest of Diamond City. Okay, we did level up back at Hardware Town. So, let's get that point into our perk tree. Now, I was thinking about Scrounger, but we're not really going to be getting very many dungeons over the next little bit of time. So let's go ahead and put it into Sneak. We will need to boost Sneak up quite high. Then we'll work on Idiot Servant on the next level, I think. Now that we're on our way back to Diamond City for the afternoon bar fight, let's stop and give Shepfield a cola, hire him, and I sent him to Sanctuary. That also got a like from Preston. I delivered the paint to Abbott, and now we're at the bar and ready for our evening bar fight. If you do this correctly, you can get up to 2 likes from Preston. I only got 1. But also, for some reason during this fight, Preston shot Cougar and I actually killed him accidentally. Now, it didn't fail the quest, but everybody all the way around didn't like it, even Preston, even though it was his fault that he died.
Must have thought better of tangling with us.
Thanks, Preston.
Huh. No sign of it.
If you tell Travis that it wasn't his fault for the fight and Vadim getting kidnapped, you can generate another like from Preston there as well. If you use the right prompts with Travis just before you enter Beantown Brewery, you can get another like from Preston. Right after killing Tower Tom and Bull, then rescuing Vadim, you'll get another conversation with Travis, and Preston will like that as well. Also here we can find our second crafting magazine, Picket Fences. We're now able to craft picket fences at our settlements. Go figure. That's located at Beantown Brewery in Tower Tom's office. It's kind of in between Grey Garden and Oberlin Station. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about it for today's video. But before we go, let's take a second and put our new level up point in our perk tree. And I think this time we're just going to put it right into big leagues. That just opened up for us. And we'll do a little bit more melee damage. Okay, everybody, thank you. Thank you once again. I do appreciate your precious time immensely. Also, I hope that I see you on our next adventure on Fallout 4 Permadeath Challenge gameplay. Okay, everybody, just like always, until next time, please stay safe and peace.